It's Week 18 of the National Football League, and we've got the Panthers' sure-handed wide receiver. He's been torching secondaries all season, now closing in on 1,200 yards. It's the Panthers and the Bucs, and it comes your way next.
Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And trotting out there leading them is their fourth-year quarterback.
I know teams always talk about having a 24-hour rule after a game, and eventually we end up rolling our eyes. But it works both ways, right? 24 hours if you win, 24 if you lose. But, boy, it's a fun 24 when you win the game. And you win NFC Offensive Player of the Week, isn't it?
Absolutely. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll drop to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Marsh. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. On 3rd down, it's Marsh. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll look to throw here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slam.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And a look here at their signal caller, the 5th-year quarterback.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown pass.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
A limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
Yeah, they held them to well under 200 yards of total offense, and in today's NFL, that's a feat to be proud of, especially with the emphasis on offense and what we're seeing each and every week. Great creativity and usual productivity.
The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12, counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. A first down carry for Smith. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Play action. It's Cutler. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And let's see, the Bucs with 6 DBs, so a dime set here on 3rd down. Now Cutler. The completion to Riddick. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here with Smith. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll run it again with Smith. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, Cutler. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. Do you think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I won't wait till the season's over, but he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays.
Yeah.
They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
So an 8-play drive gets him down there, but play number 9, that winds up a missed field goal.
And they definitely moved the ball well. That's a drive where you hate to come away with nothing.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Off the RPO, he completes it.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. 2nd quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
It's complete to Snead.
And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
Now back to throw. That's going to be caught. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year.
And the Bucs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Now the try here for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Short completion, just 4 yards. And 3rd and 8 now.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
On 3rd down, Cutler. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. Here's the Panthers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's fielded at the 45. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They're guarding against the upset.
Touchdown! A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The Bucs ready for the kickoff, and here we go. It's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Carolina offense making their way out. We take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing here, Cutler. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Buccaneers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown out a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
On the set.
On play action, they'll throw. And going deep downfield for Boykin. And he's got it inside the 10. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. Back to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. They begin with a run by Smith. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They go back to the ground with Smith. And some room to maneuver. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 49 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now Cutler on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On the draw, this is Smith. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Cutler now to throw on 3rd down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing there, but this pass incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw, Cutler. Rifles
It's going to be intercepted. And the Bucs will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season.
And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's doing his thing. He's got some good yardage, but his team right now in the second quarter, 0 points.
Just not a complete formula. Half of it's there, being able to run the ball and set the tone. What if they may have to go to some play action, throw off the run game, and try and get the ball in the end zone?
I was just going to ask you that same thing. Maybe you use that run now to set up the pass, right?
I would think so, because the run has been very effective for them.
Complete. Smith has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Buying time, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. And he will find his man on the outside. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Play action. Cutler. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Here's the Panthers punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And he's got room. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So we've come to... Hey, we get it. No time to waste. Playoffs starting next week. We skip right over halftime and get back to the action. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. For the Panthers ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the... Now Cutler in trouble. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Check smash! Check smash!
He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Panthers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
1 second down. Here's Smith again.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. Now Cutler looking to throw. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up fourth. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Taking it about the 16. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even...
It's caught inside the 25.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Come on.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year.
And the Bucs open the lead up to 34-0.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes this 35-0 now. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
This taken in at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
They'll try and run for it with Smith.
Finding space at the 40.
And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there.
Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to at least get one score back.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He completes it to Snead. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
A throw on the quick slant going to be complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
2nd and 2. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Ready, set.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season.
And the Buccaneers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Panthers coming out now.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. They were looking good on second down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. After the penalty, it's Smith. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on it. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 21. A nice pickup of 17 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. That one looks like he'll throw here. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Now the Bucs offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Carolina getting set to take the field.
Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Yeah, no question. He got to the QB late, CD, and that's going to get a flag every time.
Every single time. Because let's face it, the league is always going to have an emphasis on these calls. They want to take care of these quarterbacks who are in vulnerable positions when they're passing the football.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. They'll throw on first down with Cutler. He finds Smith out of the backfield. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Now Cutler to throw on second down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Throwing now, Cutler on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. No problem there on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
From the 10. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
He's going to loft one deep left side here.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
These two teams, they met in Tampa earlier in the year with the Bucs prevailing in that one. So a win here in Charlotte would give them the season sweep.
They'll look to throw again. Looking left side, and it's complete. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchdown. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about